Now, in the news, climate change. Is there really climate change? I got to tell you guys, our climate has changed and it's continuing to change. And I've invited a guest in who's going to talk to us about what has changed and why it's changed and where it's going and what initiatives are going on to maybe help save us from climate change, what we can do personally. Anyway, before I get too far into it, our guest is Destiny Rodriguez from the Climate Center. .org, right? TheClimateCenter.org. You're a nonprofit?
Yes, we are. We're a 501c3 nonprofit, and we've been active for about 20 years now.
Wow, you don't look that old.
Yeah, we are statewide, and I work here and live here in Fresno.
What's your missions and goals?
So our mission is to deliver rapid greenhouse gas reductions at speed and scale, starting here in our home state of California. And our goal is to enact policies that will put us on track to reverse this climate crisis. And that would be through net zero emissions, carbon sequestration, and building resilient communities by 2025.
Yeah.
We work with businesses, government, youth, community. And what we do is we're trying to advance practical science-based solutions so that we can achieve these goals.
If a big company's watching and they say, we want to do something, would they call you guys?
They could. I mean, I'm always happy to hear from anybody in the community or in the business world. I think that there are things that everybody can do individually or as an organization, as a business, to help reverse the climate crisis. And we can talk about some of those things in a bit.
Okay. Now, there's a lot of doubters, like there's no climate change or whatever, but we're starting to see some pretty stark things happening. Tell us about those.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty apparent that we have a climate change problem. If you just look out your window, you can see the haze in the air. We are experiencing longer summers, more heat waves, hotter and drier conditions. I mean, today it's 89 because, unfortunately, because of all the smoke and everything going on, we have these little microclimates going on. Which aren't very normal. And as you know, it's going to be 106 this weekend. So, I mean, that's a pretty big jump. It's pretty undeniable.
Yeah, I've lived here for over 60 years, believe it or not. And I thought last year was a fluke because I'd never seen it like that. Our skies filled with smoke. This is 2 years in a row. So it's becoming the thing now.
Yes, unfortunately, all these hotter and drier conditions are making us prone to these massive wildfires. And unfortunately, with the wildfires, it not only damages our lands and our properties, but it also contributes to our already unhealthy air, and the smoke definitely impacts our health and our quality of life overall.
Climate change is leading to a drought, which is giving us more dry, brushy lands, which is giving us more fires.
Definitely. Drought is a big contributor to our wildfires. Unfortunately, a lot of trees are dying rapidly, which also causes dry conditions for fires. You know, water has a huge impact as well. Not having access to clean water, it's impacting residents, our communities, the agricultural industry. Water wells, unfortunately, are drying up. Cost of food is going up. And, you know, down south in Kern, there's a lot of fracking going on, and people use that water, and a lot of that water, unfortunately, is contaminated. But, you know, here at the Climate Center, we're working on ways to help support climate safe policies because we want to accelerate these policies and these timelines because obviously we need to act now. The problem is evident. It really can't be ignored at this point.
Yeah. Tell me about this community choice energy.
Definitely. My pleasure. So something that I'm working on here in Central Valley and specifically in Fresno is community choice energy. Basically, it's an alternative to the investor-owned utility, as we know it as PG&E, which makes the local government kind of our energy provider. We've never really had a choice of who our energy provider is, where our energy comes from, but with community choice, that actually literally gives the power back into the hands of the community. And it's not taxpayer funded. It operates on an existing revenue stream with tens of millions of dollars that is directed into local control. And once those dollars come into local control, all startup costs can be repaid and those revenues can be used for community tailored programs. So actually meeting the needs of the residents on a local level. It's really quite amazing.
How does somebody find out more about this?
Well, you can contact me because I'm working very closely on bringing this to the Fresno area. And my email is destiny, DESTINY, at theclimatecenter.org. And I would be happy to talk to residents, to talk to community members, to talk to businesses on ways that they can help to make sure that this is a priority for our city of Fresno. Because, unfortunately, with climate change and these wildfires, we will be experiencing more blackouts, more power outages, and nobody wants to experience that in 106-degree weather.
Now, we're going to hear a lot more about your community choice, I think, as time goes on. I hope we do. How does that feed into the Climate Safe campaign, Climate Safe California campaign?
Right. So our solution here at the Climate Center is called our Climate Safe California campaign. It's very unique and comprehensive, but it's a campaign to make California the first state in the nation to become carbon negative, which would be amazing. So far, we've received endorsements from hundreds of businesses, elected officials, nonprofits, organizations, and more than 1,000 individuals. The Climate Safe California campaign offers policies that will allow us to move forward more rapidly for climate pollution reduction, and also creating jobs and creating more of an equitable, clean energy economy, which is something we all need.
Now, don't you think if any state does this, that California could do it?
I think we could. And some of the policies that we have for Climate Safe California are we want to accelerate fossil fuel phase out while also ensuring that just transition for well workers and their families. We're not trying to take away jobs. We would like a just transition with this phase. We also want to increase sequestration, basically more tree planting. And, we're looking at studies, and trees, they capture a lot of the stuff that we have in the air, that carbon. And it's a more natural way to, help with air cleaning and the pollution that we collect. We also want to invest in community resilience and become more independent, not relying on our decaying grid system, but relying on ourselves and being more energy independent. And we also need to figure out how we're going to fund all these things and make sure that they happen now, not later. This is like a long view prevention of enacting policies, but we can do this. And, we need your help, though. We need everyone's help.
Well, I think when I go outside, this time of year you don't think about it year round, but you look for that tree to park in the shade. I mean, it's 106 degrees out and your car is hot, and you look for trees. I'm surprised we don't have more.
Yeah, I think Tree Fresno is working on that, and they're a wonderful organization. We partner with them as well, and they do put on tree planting events. And I would encourage people, if you are looking to get involved with them, contact Tree Fresno, get involved, plant some trees. It's really quite rewarding, and it is helping the future and our whole carbon capture situation.
And I just think that you just exposed us to some more reasons to plant trees. Besides shade, there's a lot of reasons, and I'm glad you pointed that out. Now, when you say renewable, I keep thinking of solar. Is that one of the things you're talking about?
Yeah, solar is renewable energy. There's also, there's also like hydrogen. There's also wind turbine. But here in the valley, I would imagine solar would be the best avenue for clean energy use, because we do have tons of sun. Can't deny that, and we do have a lot of land that we could potentially use and utilize for solar creation. And creating our own generation sources here on a local level would help with job opportunities for labor unions as well.
I see. Now, I thought maybe there was a rule in Fresno that every new home must have solar. Do you know if that's a rule or not?
I believe that's a state ruling, and yes, that is very true. I don't have information on that, but you are correct. We are pushing for that.
And I know when a home is brand new and you put a couple $1,000s of solar in it, your payment only goes up $1 or $2. So that's really the best time to get solar. So I hope that all new homes get solar.
Definitely. Yeah, but going back to Climate Safe California, we really need to get community voices involved, and we really would love to have your viewers endorse our campaign. It's really, really simple. just go to climatecenter.org and you can endorse today. It takes like a few minutes to make a lasting impact. And we definitely need Central Valley voices in this because we're the ones that unfortunately suffer the most, I feel, in the state, on a personal level, because we have the heat, we have the poor air quality, we have the drought, and we have unplanned power outages. And, we need to accelerate these policies so that we as a community can thrive.
So besides going to the website and endorsing it, what else can our viewers do?
Well, one of the things that your viewers can do is contact me and work with me on the whole community choice energy initiative and trying to get that going at the city. So really what we need are residents to talk to their city council representatives, ask them about the process, ask them questions, and let them know that this is a priority for our city, and it should be.
Right. It's one thing for you to talk to the council member. It's another thing for the council member to hear from their constituents.
Exactly. We need the community voice in community choice energy. And city elected officials are listening to residents. The city was considering further exploration, but due to COVID, this has kind of taken a back seat where, I feel that it should take a front seat, especially with all the conditions going on right now.
Yeah.
We don't want a massive power outage in the middle of summer. Something similar to what happened in Texas in winter. We simply do not want that, and that is preventable.
Well, that's a lot to think about, Destiny. I encourage everybody to go to the website. Go to say the website.
It is climatecenter.org.
Theclimatecenter.org. Is that right? And
yeah.
But email Destiny. Go email Destiny direct, destiny@theclimatecenter.org. Go to the website. If you didn't write the information down, call me at Central Valley Talk. I'll put you right in touch with the Climate Center. It's a good thing. It's an important thing. They're doing very good work, but the message today is they need us too. Destiny, last thoughts?
Just want to say thank you. It's always a pleasure to be on your show. And again, if the viewers out there are listening to me and what I'm saying makes sense to you, please contact me. Please endorse our Climate Safe California campaign. Get involved. We need you. We need all of you.
By the way, it's easy to help and it's free. Just go to the website and click a couple clicks. Call your council member. Let them know. I appreciate Destiny Rodriguez from the Climate Center coming on the show. And we'll be back with more Central Valley Talk right after this.